Cheers, Aries. It's not long till your solar return. I've just done Pisces reading. And, you know, it's their birthday season and coming into yours pretty soon. And there is a whole lot of green energy. I mean, Pisces informed a lot of the reading of what I'm doing because it was about simplifying. And yes, it's a month in March where I'm feeling like we're all going to need this grounding energy. And I saw for Pisces the wood dragon that we've got for the Chinese New Year coming in, which was the aventurine colors with crystals. And also feeling that for the whole month, for all of the signs, having your clear quartz crystals, your any of the white, green, and clear and kind of goldeny colors, sparkling things, a bit of your fool's goldy, those kind of things are going to be lovely protection. Tree agate to protect and to bring in ideas for you. I really feel like there's a lot coming up for you too, Aries. I saw travel coming very, very clearly in the crystal ball. You need to go somewhere for either, I think it's time as well, because you're either going for work or pleasure, but I was seeing an airport, so I think it's actually a bit of distance traveling. I mean, of course, this could be, for some people, it might be just jumping in the car, but maybe it's going a longer distance than just a short trip. It's something you've been planning for, looking forward to. And I feel like everybody's very happy to see you wherever you're going. Even if you're going, I'm just seeing Fiji where they're putting, you know, the flowers around your neck. So even if it's not people who you know and it's just your time, it's like, oh, thank goodness, you know, maybe it's somewhere you're going where tourists haven't been as many as they used to have because, you know, maybe the last few years it's died down. So they're really happy to see you. That was what I was getting. You've been working so hard. What was coming up in the crystal ball was just work. Like Aries has just been burning the candle at both ends as the fire sign, you know, energy, that real fiery, trying to build your reputation, your wealth, your foundation, and really absolutely going hammer and tongs, taking every opportunity is what I was getting. If you haven't been doing it, that's what's going to come in for you, Aries. I think there's big opportunities. You're being noticed. I could see a council of people in a semicircle looking around and then looking in at you. You're having to present something or something that you've finished. A project is there and people can now see your work and they're like, wow, you know, they've really worked hard and they're putting in the effort and energy, and it's time to recharge the batteries and relax. This is where the green will be really important for you. Make sure you're going for nice walks and getting in nature, because I just think, Aries, it's been absolutely go, and be careful. I've just seen your calf muscle, your legs. So you might be feeling in your knees. So your legs, I think you've been pushing it so much with working and staying on your feet and everything. You need to rest. It's like a feeling that I was getting in it, almost a bit of like a nerves or something, you know, at nighttime, almost a feeling, you know, when you're a kid, like growing pains nearly, because you've just sort of pushed things too far. And that's your body sort of saying, okay, time to relax. Look, Empress, time to lay back, chill out, smell the flowers, and, you know, rest. The Empress is also, because I was talking about that creativity that you're having, and maybe a project's finishing and you're being shown. So this is a very abundant card. It could be fertility is coming up as well, Aries. So it could be if you're wanting to have a baby, or if you're going off on maternity or paternity leave, that could be happening at this time for you. You could be getting pregnant if that's what you've been wanting to do. If not, then be careful about that, because that's coming up here for me in this Empress. Like you're taking the rest and time needed to be able to bring that in, as though you've been a bit too busy before this time. You've got the Daughter of Cups coming in here. So again, this sort of water sign energy coming through. So Pisces could be relevant, the reading that I just did before this one. So Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio energy, they could be signs that are relevant to this. But again, feeling like you need the time to recharge. There's a waterfall here, and getting into water. I'm feeling again the holidays. I've got the travel. I just saw in my mind's eye a turtle, which I don't know how that's relevant. And again, this sort of hiking, but putting the leg being up here in the air is making me think about what I was talking about with your legs, to be careful and to relax their Aries, just so that you don't have anything stretched or pulled by overworking. I'm seeing this as maybe going too hard hiking and something like that. The Priestess of Wands, so your fire sign energy coming in here with the Motherpeace. This is the round tarot deck that I've chosen for this month. It's from the 80s kind of era, and I love it because I was thinking this is the real, green that I'm feeling coming through, and this is your own energy coming through here, Aries. So your fire signs, your Leos as well, and your Sagittarians. Really feeling that journeying, and like you have the strength to do it. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So you've been working hard. It could be geckos and lizards in the place that you're going to visit as well. I'm seeing this as gardening. So have you been involved in doing some maintenance somewhere as well? Again, the fertility's popping up for me because I'm just feeling that energy for you too, and having that kind of protective motherly energy over her cubs. And we've got the Eight of Cups. So this is interesting because I read them in the way that normally I just turn them up the right, but I do take note of how they've come out. And it feels as though you walked away from something in the past, and maybe you're returning back to a place where you're from and you're going back to visit, or there's somebody from your past and there's some emotions, and there'll be that's coming up either in the time where you're having off to reflect you're reminiscing of someone from the past. I'm feeling as though you walked away for a reason, but there might be people talking about that person if they're not in the place where you're going away. Someone could be saying, oh, what happened to so-and-so that you were seeing for a while? And you're having the time now to deal with some emotion that has come up from you, having to walk away and shift from that energy. So that could be relevant to you as well, Aries. Sometimes those things don't come up until we've got a moment to ourselves to sort of face things from the past as well. And here we have the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Discs. And it's that feeling of as though, and maybe it was to do with a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio, because it's coming down underneath that. And perhaps there was an imbalance there wasn't fairness in the way that things were financially or the way that it was set up. And that's what you're looking for now. You're coming for balance, and you also want that with your rest versus Pentacles, versus the amount of money that you make. It's like you've kind of broken the back of what you needed to do. I felt as though, Aries, you've gone sort of behind somewhere, perhaps by investing in starting up a business or creating a project had cost a lot of money. Maybe you were renovating. Something happened that depleted, and now you've had to work extra hard to go forward. But now you're looking for the balance because it's felt as though it was uneven. And that's why I think either somebody in your life that's relevant to that was taking more than giving and you've stopped that, or that you were working too much and now you're learning about resting, or you're resting too much and now you're going to have to pull your finger out and start working. And we've got, again, we're talking about this being potentially, this is the Scorpio card. It's the Death card, death and rebirth. So the end of a cycle and the starting of a new chapter for you, Aries. And Aries and Scorpio, you can handle this energy, this death and rebirth, this phoenix rising from the ashes. You're not afraid of the the regeneration and starting again. Aries just has that kind of fieriness where they can dig deep and face any kind of obstacles head on. So, you know, this is the ending of a cycle and the starting of something new. So the 13 could be relevant as well. Numbers that are coming up as 13, 6, 8, 3, and you've got some 10 kind of energies coming through too. And you've got the 9 for the 9 of discs, which is your, hey, here we go. This is the independent, creative, got enough money, worldly traveler, can do whatever they want. It's having that financial freedom to actually say, okay, now I've got some options. I can, you know, cast the net out. I can do things that I want. This is, I have a little board which is for casting stones on, so that you can see the seasons here. And I think this is what she's playing around with here, is working out what your future is by, you know, trying different ideas, casting stones, casting nets into different water. I think you're at the position now where you're seeing the money come in for you to be able to sort of sit back and go, okay, where am I going? What am I doing next? What am I investing in? How am I growing? That's the kind of sense and feeling that I've got for you. I'm just going to grab you one of the Fairy Forest Lucy Cavendish Oracle cards, which I chose because, again, I'm onto this green energy this month. I just want to see what we're going to get for you, Aries. It's nice. You've got again, it's going to be hard for you to pull back from the pace that you've been going. I'm seeing that it's going to be hard for you to slow down and to just switch off. So if you do manage to get this time to rest, don't forget to switch I'm looking at that mirror like a phone screen, like a black mirror, you know, when you see that the iPhones and phones look like they've got a black mirror screen. So don't forget to switch off for some time so that you can focus on resting, or focus on family, friends, whoever you're visiting. We've got the Wild Hunt, excitement, frenzy, and surprise journey coming up. How funny. So, you know, we will see what the relevance is here for you. I'm just going to grab her little booklet so that I can read out the message for you that goes along with this Wild Hunt card. I always laugh because a crow came into my backyard and was he's my little magic crow that comes. There's a pair of them that often when I leave the house, they swoop down and follow me along the street for some time. They're kind of protect around the house in the area. And on the days when I'm going to read tarot, they pop into my backyard and often kind of get chatting, and I was being distracted. And then I thought, oh, there's magic coming. It's time to do the reading. So I'm glad that I've got this energy going, because I can see with this card already that it's going to be relevant to what I was seeing in the crystal ball with journeying. So the Wild Hunt, excitement, frenzy, journey. There is for all of us a moment when excitement and nerves fuse, when we prepare to journey and do something we have anticipated for a long time. In the fairy realm, this sensation is created by the adventure known as the Wild Hunt. This is a gathering which takes place not only within the realm of fairy, but it is one where the fairy king and queen lead fairy hounds and fairy horses on a hunt throughout the countryside, dipping into and out of the fairy lands, surfacing in the human worlds from time to time, cleansing toxic energy, allowing natural forces to begin to flow through the cleared energy paths, awakening the wild world to brightness, life once again, and leaving a trail of ecstasy and bliss after the frenzied storm of their ride. The Wild Hunt is fierce, powerful, a little frightening, and thoroughly thrilling. And this fairy queen is preparing herself for the joys and challenges of this great springtime event. So too, you need to prepare yourself for some chaos, a wild time when change tears through and upends all the order you have attached yourself to. You may need to pack, travel, Find ways to move quickly. Stop planning and organizing for a moment and just go on an immensely enjoyable ride of your life. The time coming for you is delirious in its excitement, and you fear this loss of control and order, but truly it will refresh you, just as it sears the very edges of your nerves. Dress up, show up, and prepare to be amazed. Take a deep breath, find your voice, and begin to cry out at the top of your lungs. You are alive, my friend, and will feel so more than ever before when the wild hunt touches your life. Wow. There we have it. I don't think I could have gotten a better one for you, because it's absolutely knocking the head on that nail. It's smashing it home for you about taking a break, traveling. If you don't have it planned, get it planned, Aries, because I'm sure you've had the temptations to head off, and if you're being told to do it, it's a must, because something is there for you. Maybe it's a new relationship, maybe it's a new work opportunity. There's something that you need to see or find on that journey. And I've got the Forest Fae here, the Nadia Turner's little cards here. So 2 more little messages for you to take you on your path. So we've got hedge guardians, walk widdershins and seek the land under the hill. So again, this seeker and heading off, like this is a journeying person. And the old one, the ancestors call, seek their wisdom. And that's what I mean by you're being told here, you know, that you're being called. So make sure that you listen to your ancestors and guides who are calling you now to head off on a journey, to see something different, so that you can head on your next path. That might be why you've got your death card here. Aries, I hope these messages were helpful. Drop some comments down. Let me know what's going on so that I can answer you back. Thanks for tuning in to Esoteric Tales and Tarot. I'll see you throughout the month. Cheers.